So this next card is going to be a get well soon card. So again, I just have a little printout from my computer that I'm going to transfer onto my watercolor paper that I've already folded. And I'm just lightly going over that with the pencil. It's pretty simple. And then I'm going to go over that again with my micron pen, which again is waterproof, so if I feel like painting on top of the lettering, I can. And since this is a get well card, I wanted it just to be kind of simple and nice and maybe have some element of comfort in it. And what I always think about when I need some comfort is tea. So I'm sketching out a little teacup, and then I'm just kind of doodling some flowers, and I'm really thinking about like lavender and chamomile. So I know it's kind of hard to see the sketch, but basically I just do a sketch just to make sure I kind of know what I'm doing, because I don't want to get onto my card and draw things and then have to do a lot of erasing and then have smudges all over the place, because I kind of want this to be a really clean design. So for me, it just helps to do a little bit of doodling before I move on to the card. But I'm not too worried about, you know, making everything look accurate. I just kind of have the general shape of, you know, what lavender looks like. Chamomile is pretty simple. It's just little white flowers and the centers are yellow. So I'm just drawing that on before I do anything in ink to make sure that everything is going to fit really nicely. And now I'm just going over everything with my pen. Pretty straightforward. I don't exactly know at this point while I'm working on this how my colors are going to really work out, like whether I'm going to keep it really minimalist, since really there's only two colors in here, the yellow for the flowers and then the purple or violet for the lavender. But of course I also have some leaves in there, so there's going to be some green, but I don't know if I'm going to have any color on the mug, and I don't know if I'm going to put any color on the lettering. But sometimes you just want to experiment. A lot of times I really like to keep things very minimalist and kind of, you know, quaint. But every once in a while you just kind of want to see what will happen if you add a little bit more color. And that's what I'll probably end up doing with this. So now I'm going in and I'm just painting the centers of the chamomile with yellow, but I'm realizing right away that it's like so light and subtle that you really can't even see it. So I know I'm going to want to probably do a little bit more with that. Now I'm just going in with some green, and I'm just painting the leaves for now. And a lot of times when I do little doodly sketches like this, and I want to keep them really simple, I'll just paint the leaves green and then I'll leave the stems without any color. But like I said, with this one I did decide just to kind of experiment a little bit and use a little bit more color than I might normally, because things, I don't know, just kind of seemed a little bit too plain. So now I've just mixed up some purple and I'm painting all of these lilacs, and I think that's a really nice color. And the painting for this card is really pretty simple. And now that I'm kind of looking back at it retrospectively, I think that it actually does look really nice if I had just kept it very minimal. So I think that you could actually stop at that point if you just wanted to keep it really simple and quaint. But I decided to take it a little bit further, and so right now I'm going over all those stems and adding just a little bit more color to some of the leaves with kind of a more yellowish green. And then I felt like the flowers were even just a little bit too plain. I decided I didn't really want to do anything with that teacup, but I thought the flowers could just use a little bit more emphasis. So I'm not painting the petals yellow. I'm actually going around the outside line of the flowers with just a little bit more yellow. And actually that doesn't look too bad. And then the last thing I decided to do was actually to then just brush over the lettering with a little bit more purple, just to make everything kind of come together a little bit more. But again, I think that this would have looked just fine and just really simple and nice just to leave the lettering without any color. But that's totally your choice. I just think that this is a nice, simple card with some comforting elements. And that's really what I'm going for if I'm going to, you know, make a get well soon card or a sympathy card.